Hello Motor Rider World fans, and welcome to day 5 of the Motorcycle Live Show here at the NEC in Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Honda stand. Now, two big releases that came just before EICMA and were shown off for the first time to the public at the EICMA show in Italy a couple of weeks ago is the Honda CBR1000RR making its return as a full production bike into the Honda lineup, and this is it. We saw a couple of years ago they released the CBR600 very much just for the it was the Japanese and the Chinese market, but not certainly a worldwide production, but is now going to be available in the European markets. You can see it's got fin-like wings, updated styling in many ways, a seat from one of the first ever CBR600s, that same classic exhaust pipe coming out of the tail there. So yeah, that's the CBR600. Is there a market for it? I would hesitate to say yes, to be honest. I don't know if it's a viable option with so many other great options, more affordable options out on the market today. So yeah, let's wait and see. I think certainly for the South African market, I don't know if this particular model would do that well. So anyway, let's wait and see. Honda trying to just reinvigorate the super sport category once again, and let's see how they go with their new CBR600. Here is their CBR650R. Love this bike, looks fantastic. It's got the new Honda e-clutch technology, which we'll show you a little bit later. Fantastic piece of kit. Love how that bike looks. Here's a couple of really mouth-watering pieces of kit. Now, previous model CBR1000RR-R SPs. This is Michael Dunlop's TT Racer. This is Andrew Irwin's BSB Racer. And this is Alex Olsen's Superstock Racer. So Honda always have a big presence in racing here in the UK, really around the world. They do pride themselves on it, although things, as we know, it's been well documented, haven't been going their way lately. And they are hoping that this, their new CBR1000RR SP, will bring them some much needed success, certainly in World Superbikes. As in production form, even the previous model was great, fantastic, wins Isle of Man TT races, wins super stock championships, is very good in kind of more that stock environment. But as soon as you start throwing parts at it and making it more race bred, the CBR just seems to fall back. So as you can see, updated aero, no longer just the kind of like integrated wings as on the previous bike. Very much a bit more MotoGP inspired there. A couple of updated electronics, updated this, updated that. So not a complete new model by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly an updated model ready to go take on World Superbikes and what is a very competitive production superbike range. So those are the two big releases certainly that I was excited to see for the first time in the flesh. So yeah, let's see if Honda can revive the super sports scene and if they can finally get some success in World Superbikes with the new CBR1000RR SP bike. There's the 650 once again. This is the Honda e-clutch, so it's a world first technology. It basically just makes the whole shifting through gear process a lot easier. So Honda, once again, just stepping forward in technology and get it right in so many platforms, but get it wrong in so many ways at the same time. You can see range-wise, they've just got a bike for every occasion, for every aspect of motorcycle racing. The Hornets, loving these little Grom type bikes, monkey bikes, still very, very popular all the way around the world. The Dax 125, the monkey bike, the MSX 125. So yeah, I mean, if you look at the range that they've got here in the UK, it certainly is the full range of Honda motorcycles. This was also, well, that's the Hornet 750, I should say. This was also a new release at the EICMA show, the Hornet 1000. So this is basically their naked Fireblade. And when I originally saw the first pictures from EICMA, I wasn't too impressed. Looking at it in the flesh, certainly more attractive than it presented itself in the images. So yeah, good, but again, is it enough, to go up against the likes of KTM Super Duke and Ducati Street Fighter and all those, that just, are just brutal. I think this is just the calmer side of naked sports bike, the more mature side of naked sports bike maybe. So interesting to see. I'm pretty sure that'll be making its way to the South African market in the near future. We move along here, and this is going to interest South Africans a little bit more, certainly, and of course all of our international viewers as well, showing off as much as I can.
Should be done zero.
Having a little dig at me because I'm working on the Zero stand in my Zero shirt and I'm walking around their stand. Africa Twin, just a solid adventure bike, isn't it? Maybe just needs a little bit more power, a little bit more ponies to really give it a bit more credibility. They've certainly updated the styling, giving it a little bit more of a beefy look. So yeah, Africa Twin, it's a proven piece of kit, isn't it? Pricing's really good, value for money is really, really good. So that's it. This is a nice new model, the NX500. This is going to be interesting to see come into the market. It's just almost in a way another version of a CBX500 and an NC750, to be honest, the NX500. So yeah, I don't know, that's where Honda and them sometimes just release too many models that are very much within the same kind of market, if you know what I mean. They really just do flood the market with, I don't want to say pointless models, but certainly models that kind of counteract each other. There is your Transalps. They've done really well since their release at last year's show. I showed them at the show last year for the first time. This is something very interesting. This is the CR Electric project. Now, this just went racing recently in the All Japan MX Championship with Trey Kennard. It got the whole shot and it actually did really well. So as you can see, fully electric motocross bike. Yeah, this very much is the future. This is the way it's all going. A really impressive piece of kit. Nice, neat, simple. Looks really good. And for its first outing with a top rider like Trey Kennard, it did really, really well. So no doubt there's more to come from that machine. That'll be a little bit more up the alley of some of our combustion nutters. But yeah, there you have it. That is the Honda stand done and dusted here at Motorcycle Live. There's a bunch of other models, as I said. I mean, the range is, they've got a massive range. You've got the Goldwings down there. I mean, Goldwing will just always be that iconic model, won't it? Just standing the test of time. There's the Goldwing. This is the NT1100. I've seen quite a few of these riding around in the UK, to be honest. So it's quite a popular bike here in the UK, and you can understand why. It's kind of just a beefed up NC750, and we all know how good and practical the NC750 is. So why wouldn't it do well? Goldwing, and there we go. That is it then from the Honda stand here at Motorcycle Live. You can see the team are getting ready as the doors are about to open. Tomorrow I will be walking on this stand and catching up with some of the new models from Honda's competition in Japan, the Suzuki stand. So stay tuned.